It's all unraveling at the top. In a twist no one in Westminster saw coming, shockwaves have ripped through Whitehall. Rachel Reeves, once hailed as the guardian of tax fairness, is now at the center of a political and legal earthquake. The Supreme Court has released a scathing 156-page order freezing her assets and launching a full investigation into a secret capital gains scheme tied to her personal wealth. Palace sources say King Charles himself made a direct and furious call to Reeves demanding an explanation. While ordinary families earning just £20,000 faced crushing tax bills on modest property and investment sales, Reeves was quietly insulating her own fortune from the very tax hikes she introduced. This isn't just contradiction, it's a betrayal baked into the system. For months, Reeves assured the public that only the ultra-rich would be affected by her capital gains crackdown. She preached fairness, but behind the scenes, she was exploiting the same legal gray zones she vowed to eliminate. Experts now confirm she used offshore entities, revised pension plans, and funneled money into shell family trusts, an intricate scheme to dodge the avalanche of taxes she triggered on millions. Legal analysts agree this was not strategy. It was deliberate tax evasion. The fallout devastating. According to insiders, King Charles was livid inside the palace, aides described scenes of grave concern. Emergency briefings were called. The monarch reportedly questioned how trust in the nation's leadership could survive if lawmakers rewrite the rules to protect themselves. At the heart of the scandal stands Reeves, the same chancellor who once declared a war on loopholes. Promising transparency and justice, she said the new capital gains rules would only catch those with something to hide. But in truth, the trap she built for others spared no one except herself. Families with modest second homes, inherited small businesses, or old investment accounts suddenly found themselves under the hammer. It didn't matter how cautiously they planned, the tax net tightened around them. But when Reeves's own wealth was at stake, she vanished it from view. After months of legal wrangling, the Supreme Court's ruling is clear. Her tactics weren't clever accounting, they were systemic abuse. Her inherited wealth is now under full legal seizure and forensic scrutiny. The impact catastrophic. Labour's claim to economic integrity, built on fairness and transparency, has shattered overnight. Legal experts warn this could escalate into full criminal proceedings, not just for Reeves, but for Labour's senior leadership. The face of tax justice, now unmasked as the architect of exploitation, public outrage is erupting from London to Edinburgh. Tens of thousands have taken to the streets. Protest signs read, "One rule for us, another for them." Across the UK, citizens are asking the same question. If we paid, why didn't Chevy Fury has breached party lines? Demonstrators have surrounded Labour HQs. Inside Westminster, Labour MPs are beginning to fracture. One speaking anonymously said, "She's done, the trust is gone." Another described the atmosphere as toxic, warning, "The leadership is bleeding public faith by the hour." A senior judge reportedly called it a betrayal disguised as reform. And now, the question no one in government wants to answer. How many ordinary people lost everything under a law Reeves bent to shield herself? This time, there's no escape. As soon as the ruling dropped, Parliament Square was flooded. Flags waved, voices rose. Reform UK leaders Nigel Farage and Richard Tice marched at the front, their supporters chanting, "One law for all," and "Tax truth, not the people." A lightning pulse sent shockwaves through the political establishment. Reform soared 7 points overnight. Labour plunged by 5. Even their once untouchable strongholds are beginning to crack. The balance of power is shifting because following the Supreme Court's decision, Rachel Reeves's wealth is no longer protected. It's frozen. It's being pulled apart by the same system she thought she controlled. This isn't about a clerical error or misjudgment. This is a collapse of integrity, a betrayal of every working family promised justice. Labour's mantra was simple, fairness for all. But the actions behind closed doors told a different story. Families burying loved ones were hit with 40% inheritance taxes. Meanwhile, Reeves sheltered her own millions through legal maneuvering and hidden trusts. This wasn't an oversight. It was a calculated architecture of deceit, and the damage is economic as well as moral. Investment confidence has plummeted. The UK is now ranked the lowest in the G7 for investor trust. Productivity is lagging 20% behind. The US entrepreneurs are abandoning plans to pass on their life's work, fearing ruin under punitive tax rules. Reeves didn't just misuse her role, she redefined legacy as a liability. The web of influence. She spun through private alliances, controlled messaging, and legal wizardry is now collapsing under its own weight. Not because it was attacked from outside, but because it was always designed to protect her, not the people.